Patrick, thank you. We are continuing to learn more about the situation in Niagara Falls and how security there has really been tightened up this afternoon.
Yeah, we're joined by security consultant and former Buffalo Police Captain Jeff Rinaldo to talk about these changes. We want to right off the top say what the governor said just a few minutes ago. This does not appear to be a terrorist act in any way. You're a security expert. What was your thought when you started hearing this information come in?
Well, I knew that there was going to be a massive response to the incident itself because, you hope for the best but plan for the worst. So I think, the people in this community should be happy with the response. They should see how quickly safety and security became the priority. They shut down the bridges to ensure that no other events would occur until they were positive as to what exactly the nature of this was.
Everyone's breathing a sigh of relief that we're hearing there was no activity of terrorist groups behind this. But at the same time, it was almost like a dry run for all these different security agencies from the federal, state, and local level who had a fantastic response.
Absolutely. I think what you see here is the execution of planning in terms of how would we respond to an event. And it's one thing to do a tabletop, it's one thing to discuss it, it's another thing to actually go out in the field and practice it in real time. And it's a shame that it took a tragedy like this. It appears as if it was a car accident, 2 people did die. But it also allows our first responders to respond, but now debrief and tweak their plans, see what worked, what didn't, what needs to be improved upon.
What were investigators looking for that allowed them, within the space of just a couple, 3 hours, to decide this was not terrorist related?
Well, I think probably the very first step was they wanted to identify the vehicle, they wanted to identify the occupants, and once they were able to do that, then they're going to get to those homes, they're going to get to the businesses, they're going to start looking for additional video, and they're going to start running down leads to figure out, okay, who was in the car, who are these people in their normal day-to-day life, and start eliminating things till they can come to a conclusion that this was not terror related.
And this is a good sign for the calls we've been receiving in the newsroom about the turkey trot tomorrow, 14,000 runners. I would guess imagine since you're in charge of security, it'd probably be the best turkey trot to run in if you're concerned about your personal safety.
Yes, I mean, we always have a very solid plan working with our state, local, and federal partners in terms of mass gatherings and the security for events like this. But yes, the presence of security, the presence of law enforcement will, like it is every year, be heightened just because of the number and nature of the event itself.
Will you change anything based on what happened today?
I wouldn't necessarily say we change anything. It's not that we go into these with a lackadaisical posture to begin with. We always go into this with a heightened sense of security. Again, we have seen, unfortunately, terrorist events happen here in Western New York. So we will be happy to the fact that this was not a terrorist event. But again, in terms of our planning, our strategy, and our deployments, that pretty much stays consistent.
What advice can you give to people who may be watching that you're maybe a little bit nervous now after this has happened? We're going into a busy time, a lot of travel, a lot of large gatherings. What is your best advice as a security expert?
Well, I think number one, you have to stay vigilant, right? Everybody is responsible for their own personal safety, but you have to look at this as a whole and say, okay, an event happened, immediately the safety and security of not just the people at the Rainbow Bridge, but at all of our border crossings became the priority. They shut things down. They brought in additional resources. They really care about the safety and security. And these first responders, the Customs and Border Protection people did an amazing job. This was a contained event, but we saw the ripple effect, right?
Yep.
We saw the airport. We saw all the other places that we know could potentially be targets immediately went into a lockdown mode to ensure the safety of everybody. So I think people should feel comfortable knowing that our first responders, our law enforcement agencies have plans in place, they train, and then they execute. And in things like this, we should feel comfortable that if, God forbid, this was an event, how safe everybody else would have been.
Oh, everybody would be on edge if it was a terrorist attack. So, Jeff, we want to thank you for coming in and wish you and your family a very happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.